When you get out the Marine Corps, did you go, just when you started getting into comedy? Or that was years later? Because you got into comedy a little late.
Yeah. I got out in 2006. And at first I tried to do the corporate thing. I worked for Intel. I got fired from that.
Damn.
What they fire you for?
I was about to say.
Insubordination.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's probably...
Yeah, because you can't go fresh out the military to like a corporate thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's too...
structured.
Yeah,
it's like a different structure.
Because like you used to being able to handle your business. Like, hey man, what the fuck is your problem? You know, it'd be like you talking to one of your teammates. Like, what's your fucking problem? Yeah. But in the corporate shit, you gotta like schedule a meeting and have a mediator.
Gotta send an email.
Just so this nigga could be on time. You know,
just so he could be on time.
Yeah, and then I moved back home. Got a job I was working at the Pentagon.
Okay, doing what?
I was
Can you say?
Oh yeah, I ain't no.
That man was MI6. CIA.
It's classified.
I fixed their backup power systems for their server rooms.
Okay, you like tech.
Yeah, big tech. Big tech.
And I mean, no, but that's the thing. All the shit sound fancy, nigga, but for real, I could teach a 10-year-old how to do any of the shit I did.
Yeah.
I feel like motherfuckers say that shit all the time.
It's true though, nigga. Like like if I did my job description, you would be like, oh wow. But if I tell you what I did every day, all I did at the Pentagon was I sat at a desk and I watched this board. And if a light turned on, I picked up the phone and was like, hey, that light on. And somebody else.
Hey, hell no.
Yeah. I'm trying to tell y'all some good shit. Hey. And they're like, what you do? Well, I'm a facilities resource technician. With a secret security. You know what I mean? It's like...
They got a big ass description for light man.
Like,
light man.
Hey, light time, nigga.
It's on.
Light time, nigga.
That's funny, bro.
So, boom, you get out in 2006. You go to the Pentagon.
Yeah. And then they start laying people off. So, and then around the same time, my homie started growing weed in San Diego because that's where I was stationed at. So he was like, hey man, come back out here, like we getting this money. And I'm like, okay. Well, I came out there, I came back to San Diego, started using the GI Bill, and I was real bad at growing weed.
Oh.
Like real bad. Like I lost a whole crop and I was like, oh, well, this ain't for me.
That's what you do wrong. You didn't water them right, you didn't feed them right.
Yeah, well, it's just a lot of shit you gotta pay attention to.
It is a lot of shit.
That's one of them things where like you really gotta love that shit.
You gotta you gotta get down and talk to them.
Yeah, like
you can't just water them and think you.
Because my boy was like every day with the jewelers. Monocle nigga on the leaves, nigga looking for mites, fungus, any little thing go wrong, everything dead.
You're not just growing weed, you a whole plant dad out there.
You're a parent.
So, nigga, I fucked that all up. The pH balance of the water, I was like using the wrong kind of water.
It
was wild.
It's crazy.
But then at that same time, I started taking this damn philosophy class, and I met this other motherfucker that was like, yo, I think I'm doing comedy. I was like, I've been thinking about that shit. And it was in my motherfucking head, you know, and I was walking home that night and I walked into this bar and it was these, they was doing like some storytelling shit. And that organization was gonna do comedy like in a couple months. And I was like just drinking with these people, making them laugh. And they're like, hey man, you do comedy? And I was like, no. They was like, you want to? I was like, yeah.
Oh, hell.
So they booked me. So I got booked before I ever did it.
Wow.
Yeah.
He got booked before he was even a comic in this.
Damn.
And then I started doing storytelling and comedy at the same time. And then I walked up to this one motherfucker and I was like, hey, he was about to open a comedy club. And I was like, hey man, I'm fucking 2 affirmative actions. Like I'm black and I'm a veteran. So you could just, if you hire me, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna knock
2 birds in one stone.
Yeah. Right. And he thought I was joking. I mean, I thought I was just joking. And then the next time I saw him, he handed me an application. So I started working there and I was doing every motherfucking thing. I was every day, like I was like obsessed with that shit. Cause the first show that he handed me $20. And I was like, and that's the shit that gets you, nigga. Where you like, yo, if I can get this up to like 100,
right?
Like I ain't got to do nothing else,
right?
You know what I mean? And I was there every motherfucking night. And then one day, you know, Poston walked in the club. By then I had been working there for like 10 months. Poston walked in the club, he bombed, and I made fun of this nigga.
Damn.
Yeah.
I saw my first person bomb at the
comedy store.
Man,
nigga,
bruh, dude. Fucked his joke up. He was like, oh, let me look and see how much time I got. He really trying to look for a joke. But he started, I guess he couldn't get his phone open or something, so then he picked it phone. It's quiet as fuck in there. Looking at his phone, trying to go through. The DJ started playing music on his ass.
Damn.
Nigga, that's the best shit ever.
Yeah, because then you could just,
no cap,
just dip,
no cap. Me and this nigga Scarface, bro, at the same time, boy.
Yeah, man, because that's what I love about comedy, man. Is like it don't lie. Like it don't matter who the fuck you know.
Right.
It don't matter how much money you got. It don't matter how fucking sexy you are.
None of that.
Nigga, if you ain't funny, you not getting no laughs.
You're not funny.
Yeah.
You not getting no laughs. You could get an opportunity because you those things.
Give you a shot.
But you ain't nobody gonna you can't just be the shit because somebody said you are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta know how to do that shit.
I love this shit.
I gotta ask you, cause so like when you say storytelling, and I mean, so did like you take a philosophy class?
Yeah.
Okay, so like the storytelling with your actual stand up, how did you? I mean, like, did you have to start there? Was it like your introductions? All right, no, well, this is how I'm gonna put my jokes together. Is in a story format? Is there like
no.
To
This organization they was called So Say We All, right? And these motherfuckers, I'm so grateful for them because what they would do is they would go to like the hood or whatever, and they would find people with like some great story, but they don't know how to write it or tell it, and you would. So you would write down your story and then you would read it to like a room full of like just writers. And they would be like, hey, cut that, expand on that, joke that up, blah, blah, blah. They would like give you all these pointers and then they would put you with a performance coach because you would read it live in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then like behind you, they would have like a projector. And you could set up however you wanted to. So like when you got to a certain word, a picture would pop up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And they put me with a performance coach for the comedy shit. And I did my little joke because I wrote my first joke when I was in the military. You know what I mean?
What was it?
They had been telling me to do it way back then. I was just a bitch. And
That's real.
He said, "What was the joke?"
it was like something where like would you suck a dick to save a life or some shit like that. But
Damn.
They're like getting fucked by them aliens.
yeah, it was something like that. But this lady,
Oh, man, good shit,
I did
man.
my real routine in front of this lady in this coffee shop, and she was like, "You a natural." And that's all I needed. That was the battery in my back, nigga.
Yeah.
Nice.
From that point, I was all in.
Right.
Yeah, her name was Stacey Dyson. She was like the fucking oracle from the Matrix.
You hear me?
Right.
Yeah, because I don't even know if she meant that shit, but she knew is what I
She
needed to
said
hear.
Right.
So boom, that's somebody that's at the comedy store?
Nah.
She
She still.
just the head lady help you with the story.
Yeah, she a poet.
Okay.
She know how to put the words together. Yeah.
So how long was you working at the comedy store before you got up out of there? And for the people that don't know, comedy store, especially like I learned this from posting, obviously, being a door guy is like a legendary job to have. Some of the best comics ever that you know that have been door guys at the comedy store in LA. How long were you there?
I was at the so the club I was originally talking about was called the Madhouse. That was in San Diego, and I was there for like 5 years or 4 years.
And that's what you seen posting it.
That's where I met Daren.
Yeah.
And then when I left, he started running all of that shit better than me. And I went to LA. I was a door guy for 6 months. I got fired.
Damn.
And when I got fired, they hired Daren.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, man, you done been fired from some jobs.
I was about to say, you been fired.
No, because you know what's the real talk? I don't know any funny comic that's good at another job.
That's real.
Yeah.
I just can't do it, nigga.
About to say,
That's
I forget his name. We had him on Zoom.
From Sacramento?
Yeah. He was getting fired from his jobs too.
Yeah, like nigga, I'm sure you got niggas in the locker room where you like, hey yo, if this nigga didn't have football, he wouldn't be doing shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Hey, real talk.
It's like that, nigga.
Real
Like
talk.
most of the comments I know like that was like, bro, you couldn't stay at Starbucks, you couldn't stay at nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't even work for your parents, nigga.
It's over with.
That's
They'll
wild.
fire
Yeah,
you.
work from home. Nigga can't keep up on OnlyFans, nothing.
Sheesh.
So boom, you get fired from there. What you do after that? Like, what was your next transition?
So what's crazy is when I got fired from the store, I was homeless. I was living in a homeless shelter.
Damn.
Yeah, I was living in a homeless shelter for 2 years.
That's a
And
long time.
and I needed the only reason I took the job at the store was because they wanted you to have a job. And I wasn't making enough money from stand-up for that to count.
Yeah.
So I just was doing this shit. I hated it. And then they fired me. I kept it a secret for a little bit. And right at that same time, I won my settlement against the VA because I fucked up my feet. And
Quick little bag.
yeah, they gave me like 10 G's.
Settlement
Which ain't
money.
which if I was in any other city, that would have been a come up. Nigga.
Ah, shit, you in LA.
Yeah.
I'm in LA and I'm a homeless vet.
Yeah.
And these landlords ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? So they like, oh, this nigga, they think you Rambo, like you gonna wake up in the middle of the night and kill people. You know, it's that kind of shit.
Oh, hell.
But I found a spot. Then Tom Segura started fucking with me. And then they passed me at the store. I became a paid regular at the store, which means like they paint your name on the wall. You start getting paid for doing your sets instead of doing them for free. And that was the miracle I needed right there. Then shit just started popping off. I got on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Got a little late night set, David Spade.
Yeah.
And then I was on this, I think I can talk about it now. I was on this, I moved out, I got a nicer place. And then I was on this competition show for Netflix. And the winner get an hour special. Right? They flying comics from all around the country. It's like celebrity. It was like, the shit they did with the rappers with T.I. where like they picked somebody to coach up. It was that shit, but comedy.
Right.
And I made it past the first round. We ready to go to the second round. I'm like, I'm gonna win this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Then COVID shut down everything.
Damn.
They paid us for like 3 months and then they were like, it ain't coming back.
What was that a new? Was that a season? Was that a multiple season joint? Was it like the first season that they did though?
It was gonna be the first season, but it never came out.
Damn.
It's never gonna come out. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then, right when the pandemic started dying down, I go to do the first night LA opened back up. I go to do a audition for Just for Laughs, which is like this festival, the biggest comedy festival. And everybody out. Everybody from all the networks, everything out, because it's the first day everybody could be out.
Oh, hell yeah, we
I
outside.
murdered that shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
The next morning, Netflix gave me a half-hour special.
Lit. Look at that.
Love.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And from that point, nigga, I came down here, Joe Rogan started fucking with me.
Yeah, you've been on Rogan a couple times.
Yeah, I've been on there. Man, this motherfucker that took me to London.
Oh, shit.
I done arenas with this guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Putting money all in my pocket.
Fuck
So,
yeah.
and since then, shit just been popping, dog.